On June 18, 1815, rain, mud, and timing ended an empire.
But imagine a different dawn at Waterloo: clear skies, faster orders, and one decisive breakthrough. In this alternate history, Napoleon Bonaparte wins the Battle of Waterloo.
Europe does not step into a century of British dominance and conservative stability.
Instead, it plunges into one final, explosive Napoleonic age. From a historian's perspective, Waterloo was never inevitable. In this timeline, Marshal Grouchy cuts off the Prussians, the Imperial Guard breaks Wellington's center, and the Anglo-Allied army collapses by late afternoon.
Britain suffers its greatest land defeat in a generation. The Seventh Coalition fractures overnight. Napoleon's victory is both internal and external. Winning Waterloo restores his legitimacy at home. The French people, tired of monarchy and invasion, rally behind him. The Napoleonic Code is reaffirmed.
Meritocracy, secular governance, and centralized administration spread further across Europe, not by conquest alone, but by influence and imitation.
Britain adapts rather than collapses. Having lost on land, it doubles down on naval power, trade, and empire. Anglo-French rivalry continues, but it becomes strategic, not existential.
There is no concert of Europe dominated by conservative monarchies.
Instead, Europe remains ideologically divided between liberal national systems and old dynasties. Napoleon moves immediately to exploit victory.
Knowing Britain's greatest strength is trade, he revives and hardens the Continental System. French fleets, privateers, and Allied ports choke British sea lanes across the Channel, the Mediterranean, and the Baltic. British goods are embargoed across Europe. Smuggling is punished ruthlessly. London's merchants feel the shock within months as prices rise, credit tightens, and unemployment spreads.
Britain remains powerful, but economically wounded. Germany's future changes dramatically. Without Prussian resurgence, German unification is delayed or reshaped. Nationalism grows, but without Bismarck's iron and blood model. Italy, inspired by Napoleonic reforms, unifies earlier under French patronage.
Europe becomes more centralized, more legalistic, and more modern, but also more authoritarian.
The victory at Waterloo gives Napoleon something more dangerous than power: renewed belief. Older but reinvigorated, he abandons restraint. France does not stop at stabilization, it expands. Vienna, long the diplomatic heart of anti-Napoleonic Europe, becomes a target.
In a swift campaign, French forces march through the Alps, defeat Austrian armies, and annex Vienna outright.
The Habsburgs flee east, humiliated and enraged. Napoleon's ambitions now turn toward his oldest enemy, Russia.
But this time, he does not repeat the mistake of 1812. Instead, he forges a strategic alliance with the Ottoman Empire. Promising territorial concessions and protection, Napoleon coordinates a two-front pressure on Russia. French armies advance through Central Europe while Ottoman forces strike from the south through the Balkans and the Black Sea region. Russia is stretched, its supply line strained, its vastness no longer an advantage.
For a decade, Europe burns.
Borders shift repeatedly.
Nationalism spreads, but under French bayonets.
Britain adapts, focusing on naval dominance and financing resistance.
Austria plots revenge.
Russia regroups. By the early 1820s, an unholy alliance emerges: Britain, the exiled Habsburgs, and a hardened Russian Empire, united not by ideology, but by survival.
The hookup comes in 1824 in western Russia, near the town of Smolensk. There, Napoleon faces a massive, coordinated enemy force. The battle is brutal and decisive. French logistics falter. Allied cavalry cuts supply routes. For the first time since Waterloo, Napoleon is outmaneuvered.
His army breaks after days of fighting.
The myth finally cracks. Napoleon escapes the battlefield, slipping west with a small escort. Europe holds its breath. But the empire collapses from within.
An insider, seeking favor with the victors, reveals Napoleon's route and safe houses. Allied forces close in. In early 1825, he is captured near the Rhine.
This time, there is no exile. No island. No second chance. Determined to end the Napoleonic era forever, the coalition puts him on trial and executes him in Vienna in 1825. The man who reshaped Europe dies not as a legend in isolation, but as a warning.
In this timeline, Napoleon's victory at Waterloo does not bring peace, it postpones it.
Europe modernizes faster, bleeds longer, and learns more brutally that no single genius can dominate a continent forever. And that leaves the final question: did Napoleon's second life make Europe stronger, or simply ensure that his fall would be far more violent than his defeat ever was?
Please let us know your thoughts in comments.